What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Game Day with Trey. Of course, this is your host, Trey. And today we're going to talk about this NBA playoff round one, game 4 matchup between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Indiana Pacers. All right, so this game will be played at 7 p.m. East Coast time. The line did open up over under a 223. Indiana minus 6.5. The line has since moved drastically over under 216.5 and Indiana minus 10. All right, so let's find out why these types of things happen, guys. All right, when you look at the injury report, that's the problem. Okay, for the Milwaukee Bucks, you got Chris Middleton. He's probable with the ankle injury. He's tending to a right ankle sprain, but it is not expected to impact his status for Game 4 of the Eastern Conference first round playoff against the Pacers. All right, but Dame Lillard, he's doubtful. Okay, Lillard's nursing a grade 1 left Achilles injury, and he is unlikely to suit up for the Game 4 of the Eastern Conference first round versus the Pacers. That is critical. And then you got Giannis. Giannis is sidelined with the left calf strain, and he will remain out of action until the start of May. All right, so key cogs, best players on the team. Okay, for the Bucks. They hurt right now, man. They are like limping into this, all right? And last meeting on April 26, 2024, that was just the other day, guys. Indiana won 121-118 in double overtime. So the Indiana Pacers will look to push the injury-riddled Milwaukee Bucks to the brink of elimination on Sunday when they play that Game 4 matchup today, guys, in Indianapolis. All-star guard Tyrese Halliburton converted a three-point play with 1.6 seconds remaining in overtime to lift the 6th-seeded Pacers to a 121-118 win over the 3rd-seeded Bucks in Game 3 on Friday. Halliburton recorded a 4th postseason triple-double in franchise history after finishing with 18 points, 16 assists, and 10 boards, helping Indiana seize a 2-1 lead in this best-of-7 series. Wow. Okay, so Halliburton said, I just knew I was shooting it no matter what. Didn't know what I was going to get to. It was just kind of based off of a feel out there. Chris Middleton pushed Pascal up to Patrick Beverly to go under. So as soon as I saw Patrick kind of turn his head, I just reacted, and that opened up everything up across the middle, and I finally made a shot. I couldn't buy the bucket tonight, man. And he couldn't. He literally couldn't. It took double overtime for him to get to the points. And like, he was missing everything, God. Everything. Oh, man. So Aaron Naismith said, Tyrese does what he does. We need him to be who he is, and that's the player that he is. That's the player that he can be. We're just happy to have him on our side. Miles Turner finished the game with 29 points, 9 boards. Pascal Siakam had 17 points and 9 boards, respectively. Okay, Middleton made a three-pointer to tie the score at 111 with 2.3 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Not too shabby considering Middleton was listed as questionable to play on Friday's game after spraining his right ankle during the first quarter of Game 2. He said it felt good enough to go, so I felt like once I'm out there, there's no excuses. I just got to play. Forget about what I'm going through and just play. Now, we all know Dame's availability is out. You know, he's not playing with that Achilles. I'm sorry. If he does, I'd be shocked. But I think Vegas knows what they're talking about. That's why the line has moved drastically. Doc Rivers said, we are just taking a lot of hits right now as far as injury-wise. And so Lillard says the plan is to play it by ear. I think it was so fresh after aggravating it, having a whole week of getting it together. Obviously, we're going to have to get ahead of it because it's not something you want to play with. Man, the injuries are killing the Bucks right now. It's killing the Bucks right now. So when you look at the last game, right, Middleton had 42 points. He shot 16 for 29. Miles Turner led the Pacers with the 29 points, shooting 10 of 21. It's a fairly good shooting game for Milwaukee. They shot 46.6% from the field, whereas the Pacers shot 42.9%. I believe that a lot of that comes from the comeback, and the Pacers just missing so many shots, man. Milwaukee even shot better from 3. They shot 32.3% from 3 versus Pacers shooting 26.5. But Milwaukee had 12 turnovers, and that was the crux of the game right there, man. Because Pacers only had 8. Those 4 turnovers were key in order to make this game end up the way it did. Even on rebounds, Pacers out-rebounded them 50-43. And then when you look at the free throw line, the Bucks had 26. They shot 26 for 27 from the free throw line, man. They had 27 different free throw attempts. All right, they shot 96.3% from the free throw line. That's what kind of like, wow. All right, but it's not a big disparity because Pacers shot 18 for 24, so it's not like they were getting favorable calls or anything crazy like that. When you look at the turnovers, though, okay, and points off turnovers. So points off turnovers, Milwaukee had 14 points off of turnovers versus the Pacers only getting 7. Milwaukee did only get 4 fast break points, though, and the Pacers had 12. All right, points in the paint, Milwaukee outscored them 48-44 on points in the paint. Okay, so it's not like these boys ain't out here playing, but at the end of the day, like, without Dame and Giannis, oh, man. I don't know. Okay, Bobby Portis did get 18 rebounds last game, and we know Halliburton had 10, led the team there. And of course, we know he led them in assists with 16, and Dame led the team with 8 assists, 2 turnovers. Halliburton only had 4 turnovers in the game, so it was more his shooting that kind of held him back than anything. It wasn't the fact he was just like turning the ball over crazy or something like that. All right, so looking at these two teams, all right, and how they are matched up for this series, all right, you're talking about the last 10 times they played each other, the Pacers are up 7-3 straight up. The Pacers are up 6-4 against the spread, and it's 7 to the over, 3 to the under. So far this year, they've played each other 8 times, and out of the 8 times, the Bucks have only beat them twice. They played each other 8 times, and the Bucks have only beat them twice. Okay, and then when you look against the spread, they played each other 8 times. The Bucks have only covered 3 times. And out of the 8 times they played, it's only gone under 3 times. So it's 5 to the over, 3 to the under when these two teams match up. Hence the 7-3, 7 to the over, 3 to the under in the last 10 against these two matched up. Now, remember, you got to pay attention to the trends of the actual teams. So Milwaukee is goodness, man. Milwaukee they limped into this. They have won 1 game in their last 5 games. Okay, last 5 times they've touched the court, they've won 1 game. Now, mind you, they were playing all playoff teams, and they were really playing all playoff teams for 8 of their last 10. Hence why they're 3-7 straight up. All right, in their last 10. They weren't ready for this situation. Okay, and Indiana comes in as 7-3 straight up against their last 10 games. They're 5-5 against the spread, but it's 8 to the over, 2 to the under, which is more towards Pacer ball and what they've been playing this year. That's just what they've been looking like and what they like to do. Okay, when you look at how these teams match up in this situation, on the road, Milwaukee is 18-23 on the season straight up, and Indiana is 27-15 at home straight up. Okay, in this situation straight up as a home favorite, Indiana's 19-11 straight up, and as an away underdog, Milwaukee's 1-11 straight up. Yeah, 1-11 straight up as an away underdog. Take it how you want to now. Take it how you want to. Okay. Then when you look against the spread as a home favorite, okay, Indiana's 14-15-1. But Milwaukee, as a away underdog against the spread, they 4-8. 4-8, guys. Okay, so once again, pay attention to the numbers. I give it to you for a reason. Then you look at the over-under. Over-under as a home favorite. Okay, it's 18 to the over and 12 to the under. Whereas for Milwaukee, as an away underdog, it's 3 to the over and 9 to the under. So they lean to the under in this current situation when they're this underdog. But they're playing in Indiana, and Indiana's going to control the pace of this game. All right. Just saying, it took a mighty cold streak for Indiana to let them come back like they did in the last game. And Indiana could have got to that same point spread total that they got to for the game. It's like, but the Bucks played great defense. Middleton caught fire. It was a lot going on in that game. Tyrese Halliburton was just missing everything. I mean, every single thing. He couldn't buy a bucket. but it is a great confidence booster to finish the game the way he did. Now, in the last 3 games against each other, Indiana scoring 113.3 points, and Milwaukee's only scoring 111.7. So they're winning by an average of 2 points a game, or 1.7 points per game. That's an average of 223 points, or 224 points, 225 points a game. And that's an over-under. And the over-under set at the 216. And remember, it did move down drastically because of the players that are potentially out for the Bucks. All right. So just to give you a little bit more information, then we go ahead and close this one out, because there's a lot of things. There's a few opportunities within this game, but I got to give you the information, guys. I got to let you know why. So the Milwaukee Bucks have lost each of their last 14 games as road underdogs against Central Division opponents. The Bucks have failed to cover the spread in 12 of their last 13 games as road underdogs against Central Division opponents. And each of the Bucks' last 6 night games in Gainbridge Fieldhouse have gone over the total points line. And then when you talk about the Pacers have lost each of their last 10 Sunday games against Central Division opponents that held a winning record. All right, now the Pacers have failed to cover the spread in each of their last 6 games against Central Division opponents following a win. Remember, they don't play back-to-back good games all season long. And then each of the Pacers' last 9 home games following an overtime win have gone under the total points line, which is not what they like to do. Okay, but at the end of the day, the Bucks are still short-handed with Dame and Giannis both out, or doubtful for this game. And the Pacers are still missing Benedict Mathurin, which was very important off the bench. But at the end of the day, man, in order for this to pop off, the Pacers now, the Bucks got to be at full strength, man, because the Pacers got to be at the highest confidence level after what just happened and the momentum that they built in that last victory with back-to-back victories. They have all their key players available. The Bucks are banged up at the wrong time, guys. This line's heavy. There's a reason it's heavy, and I already got in when it was still at the 7. I missed the 6.5. I did get in at 7. So Pacers -7, but I do like the Pacers minus a 9 or 9.5. It just is what it is. I like the Pacers total points over. I think that is an opportunity right there. I think that player prop wise, I think you can get Halliburton for the double-double. I think that's pretty much a lock right now. I would definitely lock that in. Pacers team total over 112.5. Yeah, I could see that happening. Okay. Bucks team total under 104.5, and I could see that happening. I think this could be a complete blowout. All right, and I hate it for Milwaukee, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? So those are my leans. I told you what I played. You saw what I've done in this series thus far when I posted it earlier on the side. So best of luck to you, man. Pray everybody have a blessed day. Stay safe, man. I'm going to see you at the window. Peace.